Hello and welcome to Table of Geequals, episode 29. That's one short of 30.
Let's just quit right now.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, no bitching. And we got the regular crew here today.
I'm Alex.
I'm Bill.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm PigMonkey. I don't think I actually said that yet. How's everybody been? How was the week for you? You got into Lucifer?
Well, got back into Lucifer. I just happened across the first trade and forgot how much I enjoyed Mike Carey when he's writing occult stuff. So it's been kind of eating my brain because it was a remarkable series.
How old do you figure it is now?
Oh, geez.
Must be 10 years, eh?
At least.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was out sort of as Sandman was wrapping up.
I remember they kept tying it into Hellblazer at the time, and that would have been about Red Sepulchre. So, yeah, would have been about that point.
Yeah, it's Mike Carey's best work, I think. I read it every couple of years.
That's
There's a lot of good stuff out there, but man,
he's a pretty solid writer, though. So
Yeah.
it's
Sandman is so important. I love Sandman. I've read it millions of times. So that character, what he's doing there, along with the brilliant writing that Carey put into it. Can't remember the artist on it. There's a bunch, of course.
They used
but
quite a lot. Almost every storyline even had 2 or 3 different artists in it, which can occasionally get confusing because characters look a little different depending who's drawing them. But well worth a read. I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed it. And I lent Alex Uber last week.
Yeah,
you haven't looked at it yet. Yeah.
Well, I cracked it. I flipped through it.
The art's not really compelling. I just really enjoyed the story.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a busy week.
No, fair enough.
I went to an Apple Masters. They call it the Apple Masters seminar. I did that on Tuesday.
Eat it sideways.
Yes.
Eat it straight up.
How to wash it properly. How to store them properly. So many people don't store them properly.
How to pull the
You
top
don't.
off.
You twist.
Whoa! You don't pull.
Twist.
Oh my God, Andrew! You and I will talk later.
I'm clearly
not
I could not afford to go to the Apple Master.
Well, you have to be invited. Is the thing? I'm sorry.
Well, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, you're one of the elite now.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like I've usually been an Android person, but I have issues with Apple and everything, but I gotta say, I actually learned quite a bit about the phones, and there's so much more to them than most people use, and it's the same with any phone.
Oh, absolutely.
Any device.
Oh, yeah.
People
It's
use
a computer that's more powerful than the computers that we had 20 years ago.
I got a free iPhone 5C, which was kind of cool. So
that is pretty badass.
Playing with that.
I mean, for me, it's where Apple falls apart is iTunes.
Well,
iTunes drives me friggin' berserk, and as soon as I could find any system or a portable device that can compete with them, with the iPod, my iPod is getting recycled.
You know what I've been using? I know there's a whole bunch of issues regarding like money that goes to the artists and everything, but I've been using Rdio.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's a subscription service.
Yeah.
They give you like 30 days free or something like that, but it's pretty cool. They've got a pretty good, like pretty expansive library. Like I'm listening to the new Arcade Fire album right now, Reflector. It's not bad.
Very cool. I mean, maybe it's my age, but I want to own the disc.
Yeah,
and
it's your age.
I always feel that
the thing is, though,
iTunes is literally like mocking me. It's like,
and
you kind of own this.
You can't transfer it. And Bruce Willis is still like it's an ongoing thing. Where he wants to be able to bequeath it to somebody so they can add it to their own.
Well, he's got what like
$10,000
worth of movies that he's purchased off.
Who? Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know this story.
Yeah,
he's in a lawsuit with Apple because Apple he's not allowed to transfer it to his children when he dies because he doesn't own it.
Like you could a CD collection.
Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. I just hadn't heard it before.
So he's and you know. Thank you for crazy rich people with more money to spend on lawyers than the rest of us. I hope he wins.
I think at the end of the day, it just means we're going to get another Die Hard movie.
Die Hard.
We were going to get another one anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but he needs that cash to stick it to Apple.
One other interesting thing. November 4th was Monday, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Oh, sorry.
I know! So, I popped, I finished Fallout over the weekend. I had,
Which Fallout?
Fallout 3.
Okay.
I had half an hour free time, and I had saved it a month or so ago in halfway through the final mission where you have the big robot, Liberty Prime.
Yeah.
And he's like, communism is death. He's just awesome. So that was fun. So I was like...
So you haven't done the DLC then?
No. It was just the base story. And
Okay,
my character died, and I was like, okay, cool. Whatever.
Yeah, you got to stay away from Liberty Prime. It's just an artillery magnet.
No, I mean, my character died when... spoiler alert, it's like a 5-year-old game. It was new to me. It was new to me.
No, it's okay. You get better with the DLC.
Oh, okay. You get... I got better! Anyway,
I designed my character to thrive on radiation, and it was very annoying.
Arkham Obsidian, and the last time I had played it, 4% completion was November 4th, 2012. So it was exactly 1 year since I had last played it, and played it for half an hour, and that was great.
So
3% completion. We'll see you again next November.
Wait, no,
4th.
it had 4.
You did really shitty. It went backwards.
That wasn't that bad. I punched a bunch of guys.
So do you remember what game you finished last year on November 4th, 2012? That led to you playing Arkham City for 30 minutes?
No. I just remember playing it, and I felt better about it this time, but I remember it being almost too big. I felt like it was too big. Then I looked at the map this time, and I'm this is after playing a lot of Just Cause 2 and Saints Row the Third, and I'm realizing this game is tiny. I just need to go with it. And...
Have you played Origins yet?
No.
Anybody?
No. Is it good?
Well, I haven't played it yet, but it's getting tons of bad press, glitches all over the place. And
I heard that most of the bad press about it was the fact that it was almost exactly like
that's the other thing.
Asylum, and it's there was a good.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, there was a good post on Reddit, year after year. I mean, yeah, they give them flack, but they still get good reviews. Call of Duty,
same game,
it's the same
every
game.
time.
Grand Theft Auto.
It just gets shorter. The campaign just gets shorter.
Yeah. And did people line up for Call of Duty this week, even though they can't play it? Did the PS4, the actual PS4 version, went on sale this week? Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know about the lining up, but it definitely... I know people that own it.
And you can't play it until December whatever when the system comes out.
Is it December?
November.
Okay, it comes out the same day as the Xbox One, right?
That's going to be crazy.
Doesn't it?
I don't know.
That sounds right, which...
I just want to get up nice and early on the day that both of those come out. Put on a balaclava and slap people in the back of the head. Just a lineup. Just
no. What you do? What you do?
People.
Geek on geek crime. Really? You're
really
better than that, man.
To do this. The last time I lined up for a game was Gears of War 3. Fuck, what was I thinking?
Chainsaw Bayonet.
Oh no! When I went into pre-order, they said they weren't getting that edition, and so I got the statue edition. And then, when I found out they were, I was too late to get it. So I was pretty pissed off. I mean, in the end, it's I ended up selling the Marcus statue, so whatever. I would have probably sold the... Oh, no, I actually would have enjoyed the thing. Anyway. But yeah, I had a really strong urge to just say, fuck it, and go in there and order, Katamari Dynasty or something. Walk in and ask for a game that had been out for 4 years.
Battletoads.
Yes, I'd like this used copy of
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts,
and then pay and change,
or by check. Write a check.
Oh, nice.
But
no,
I'm not a member of your. I'm not a member of your rewards program, but I would really like to be. Tell me all about it.
Tell me more. No, but just go down if you
be
really
a
want
very-
to piss people
But
off.
yeah,
that'd be
and everybody in
very
line.
Andy Kaufman thing to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
and
whole
get
line
friends.
is against. It doesn't want any confrontation whatsoever.
Get
so.
friends too, so that you have the first few people in line. Because they'll have more than one register open for like the midnight rush.
Yeah, so you gotta get 'em all.
So, you got to plug the whole thing.
Everybody, all of your people in there,
That's
and then
brilliant.
just start asking questions about warranties
and
like
holding it
just
up.
completely like.
That would be very
And
Andy
so-
Kaufman thing to do.
God, I'd love
I'm
to do that.
so down with this. I like this idea. We might just get actually, trampled by angry
No,
nerds.
they
Nah.
like Bill said, they don't.
They don't want confrontation.
There's
No.
the occasional person that will
Yeah.
probably be like, "Come on!"
Yeah.
But we're
And then look down at the
we're
ground
pretty
quickly.
big guys. So like,
Yeah.
if we're like really pleasant with the cashiers, and then just turn around, "What, motherfucker!" So-
Go on crazy ad.
and then just turn back around. Now you were saying about the extended
Yeah.
warranty.
And I'll be
evil
hanging
genius.
out in the used video game section with my smoke bombs ready to get for the exfil
getaway.
when this goes wrong.
Have you guys heard that they're bringing back the penny? We're
Yes.
getting the penny back.
They're outsourcing
They
the
outsourced
manufacture to
it
China.
to make
So,
it, who then
lead
outsourced
pennies.
it to India. So no, it's the Canadian penny, now made in China, now made in India.
Weird.
We're
Why would he
getting it
make that
back.
up? Why are you fact checking him?
Yeah, if that's a randomly made up fact, I'm very impressed.
No, I'm amazed.
That's crazy.
I wanna see
I
this.
can't believe that they want to make it a game, and then
So what
to
you're
ha-
saying is that we're going to pay for this game in pennies instead of writing
Yeah,
a check.
absolutely.
We will have
We
pennies
will
to
actually
pull
have
off
pennies
Alex's
to do
plan.
it. This was my plan.
Well, I have that bottle
was
of
the first
pennies
thing
I
that
kept
came to
for
mind.
years as game counters.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
There's nothing in here.
2014 or 2014 is when it's going to be re-released.
I remember when I went to buy Fallout 3, it was like I literally got a new computer just to play Fallout 3.
Oh yeah.
I built it.
Andrew built it for me. It was very handy. So I go to the store. I'm like, I want Fallout 3. And the guy's like, yes, sir. Would you like the special edition? And I'm like, yes, I would.
Of course.
Having no... my brain knows better. And,
No,
like,
it doesn't.
Like, seriously,
It just
I
sees
know...
special edition,
Yeah,
and you
that's
go, yes.
exactly what happened. And they're like, here's your special edition. It comes with a lunchbox, an art book, and a bobblehead. Like,
Why do I need that?
okay, so none of these things are of any value to me, but I just spastically, reflexively bought it.
I want the most special thing.
I managed to give the bobblehead away to a friend who collects such things, and
I've only found it on one website, and that's the
Correct.
the Lapine or Lapine .ca.
all right.
And that was from September 20th, and there's nothing else.
So, what else is going on in the Week of Geek?
Wait, before we get to the Week of Geek, Alex
Sure.
just brought something up that I find very interesting. I've never lined up for anything. Concert tickets, games, movies.
Yeah, you get that CBC pass.
Do you have
Yeah.
no.
Do you have no passion in life?
Apparently
that's,
not.
If you're a geek,
Yeah.
geeks have turned. I've said this many times before. Geeks have turned waiting in line into an extreme sport.
Or an excuse to cosplay.
If you don't have a tent lined up for like the Star Wars premiere, which actually is in the Week in Geek this week, the Star Wars premiere, then you're not a real hardcore geek.
Off
You
the
aren't.
top of your
That's-
head, what have you lined up for?
I lined up for I lined up for the original Batman. I lined up for
the
all
Adam West one?
No, the George Reeves.
Okay.
George Reeves.
Yeah. George Reeves. That's Superman.
Oh shit! Yeah, damn.
Man,
my joke is ruined.
Your cred is just steadily
I know.
falling.
I'm like
Okay,
getting
sell
my
all
geek
your
card
Bill
back.
stock.
Yeah. I lined up for. Sadly enough, I lined up for the first, the Phantom Menace. I lined up for the Matrix and the Matrix 2, but after the Matrix 2, I didn't line up for Matrix.
We'll see that next week. Same thing, Gavin. You've done the lineup.
Not as much.
Mostly movies, not anything
like midnight showing.
Midnight showings, what have you? Certainly. But I think the last one I lined up for was Dark Knight.
I do. I often think I've missed something because I've never.
For me, it's more fun to watch the lines.
Yeah,
some of the Star Trek movies coming out, you actually get to see the most horrifying view of nerd culture ever. Like two Datas beating the shit out of each other, just one of them cutting line.
Those are the ones that like confrontation, not the ones that we're hoping for at the video
kind of a big
game.
Deal.
Yeah,
like if we cut in line to EB.
That's just
you're
uncool.
saying that you're more important than me, and we must explain to you why you are not.
Yeah. Which one of us has a podcast? Yeah. Back of the line, monkey.
The one, I don't know. The one thing that I did for many years, I didn't do it last year for I think the first time since high school. Boxing Day sales at Future Shop. You
couldn't pay me enough.
No, I would never set foot in there.
So
I don't mind going in there, but I'm not lining up with
here's
the great.
No, this is actually kind of brilliant.
Okay, bring it.
My whole thing is I hate people.
Well, that's where I'm going with my side too here.
For some reason, in my messed up little mind,
why do we hang out? We all hate each other.
We hate.
Oh, fuck
we're not people.
You're not people.
We're not people.
Alex is a planeswalker. I'm a Jedi.
Back to Future
I am
Shop.
not a planeswalker, you son of a bitch. You take that back.
Confrontation.
I will call my friends. You call. MODOK was designed for one thing.
Conquering.
Come here, Gavin.
Okay, I take it back. You're not a planeswalker.
That's right.
Okay, back to Future Shop.
Okay,
to finish off this segment. this segment is my fault. I admit it's my fault. I don't know. Like, it started out because, like, I could get some really cool deals on stuff. And, like, occasionally I'll invite friends out or I'll let people know, like, hey, I'm going to be there anyway because I'm looking for this. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to grab you anything? And then most of the time, the people who are in line with you are kind of interesting people. You end up meeting really interesting... I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It's like I end up going at, like, 2 in the morning. Yeah.
And then there are 6 people in line who have been there since... Well, I think the first person in line is often there since, like, 9 the morning... the previous morning. But, like, and then the next person in line is from 9 that night. So then it's like 5 hours and I show up and I'm 5th in line. So, I mean...
You're bonding.
You end up having interesting conversations and, like, at around 2 o'clock more and more people start showing up and it's a good way to get a good deal. It's a good way to get in and out of the store.
And if you bring food, it's a good way to make money.
But true. I mean,
here's what's missing.
There's camaraderie in the lineup.
Shared suffering.
Shared suffering, yeah. And you end up, like I say, like if you're going to make some good deals, like there are some good deals to be had. If you go at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's different though. That's lining up for a good deal where you're actually coming out ahead. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you did wait, like for example, Fallout 3, had you not lined up, 7 days later, you still could have gotten the exact same game for the exact same price.
But then it's like...
So the deal thing, okay, I kind of get that.
So to finish up the Future Shop thing, it means that I get in the store, get what I'm looking for, guaranteed to get it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they put your names in for draws as well. Like when the Bedford Future Shop opened, I went and lined up there because the first 50 people in line got a free gift card. They were randomized gift cards too, between $50 and $100, or sorry, $5 and $100. I got a $50 gift card, got $50 off my iPod.
Yeah.
Then so like you get those benefits, but you just get in and then you get out. Whereas if you go to the store on Boxing Day to take advantage of these sales, especially Future Shop, unless you go in the evening, you're in line then for 2 hours anyway.
Yeah. I'm never going shopping on Boxing
But yeah,
Day.
I mean, you go and line up for Fallout 3, okay. You're the first one in the store, you grab it, you run home, take a picture of it, post it online, shit like that. I can get it. Like, I would never do that for a game.
Yeah.
I mean, when I lined up for Gears of War 3, it was like I showed up at 7:30, they opened at 8, and grabbed it, and then I went to school.
Yeah,
So.
no, it's just not something that I've ever thought of doing.
Well, I know there was people with, I think it was the Wii, but probably the PlayStation 3 as well, who would literally buy it the first day and then go home and put it on eBay for
right away
at a massive profit.
It took me weeks to get a Wii. It's actually, I'll tell very quickly, very funny story though. I go to Grey Cup, the big CFL championship game. So the weekend that the Wii comes out, because it came out on a Sunday, if anybody remembers, was Grey Cup Day. So we were nowhere near Future Shop or anything like that.
What's a Grey Cup?
Grey Cup is the CFL, the Canadian Football League Championship game. So it's the Super Bowl for Canada.
You were
right?
serious? Okay.
So can't get a Wii, spend weeks, get back to Edmonton. I was living there at the time, spend weeks looking for one, can't find one.
If you couldn't get a Wii, how long until it started to hurt?
You're good. Apple juice. Then someone said, try apple juice. But no, so we start doing this thing on the radio. I work for CBC, and we start doing this thing called Can Bill Play Your Wii? And we get all these people calling us. I know, it was part of the joke.
Boy, you didn't think that one through.
It was part of the joke. Don't worry about it. But this guy, we have all these entries, and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. We finally pick a guy, and it's been like weeks, and I've been jonesing. It's not just a radio piece, so, I fucking want to play the Wii. And I'm jonesing to play this thing, and I show up at his house, plug it in. He hadn't even taken it out of the box yet. It's like, this is going to be great radio. Plug it in, put the disc in. Broken. The first one I finally got to touch out of the box, broken, and we're recording the whole thing for prosperity. And it's still another couple of weeks before I got that Wii, so I should have lined up. That was without a doubt the thing I should have lined up.
You know what though? I worked the Wii launch when it came out. Mm-hmm. I think we sold hundreds of them, like many.
Yeah.
I think we got one back total that was
Isn't that
defective.
funny?
So like your odds were just shit that day.
It worked for a good ending to the radio piece, but it did not scratch my itch. Scratch my Wii itch. If you want to make one more joke.
MODOK approves!
That Week in Geek that somebody mentioned.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Geeks versus Nerds did the parade. That's what I did this week. We did the Halcon parade that went down Spring Garden and then down into Parade Square, and we had a whole bunch of people. And Megan Leslie came out, and they were all dressed as Starfleet officers, but they had orange on instead.
Oh yeah,
it was interesting, and we won funniest float for having a bunch of protesters. We were protesting various sci-fi things like Alderaan was an inside job, and 42 is not the answer.
She had little placards made up and everything.
And
picket
we actually
signs.
walked down the street. We got to block traffic, and all of us were chanting, up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. That was our nice. angry chant. In the Weekend Geek, well, I'll start with, because I mentioned Star Wars. There was a rumor this week that there's been an open casting call in UK for the 7th movie.
Yeah, more than a rumor, it seems like, from what I was reading today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, the people behind it were saying, I hope the bigger stars, and they mentioned, the kick-ass girl and all that, I hope that they don't feel, slighted by the fact that we're doing an open casting call, because maybe we will end up with a name in the role and stuff. But this is going to be a star-making turn, they said. No matter where we go with it.
Well,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I like that. Like Simon Pegg said, as much as he'd love to be in the new movies, he'd much rather see nobody's on stage or on screen
to fall in love with the character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's.
I agree.
Yeah, that's. Well, Mark Hamill wasn't a household name until Star Wars.
What was Hayden Christensen? He was little kid out of nowhere. He unfortunately had to be in those movies, but Alex is slowly shaking his head at me.
Well,
let's move on.
You're not wrong.
Let's never speak of him again. He strongly dislikes sand.
But I mean, Natalie Portman was definitely a household name.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there are definitely names in it, for sure. But yeah, it's impossible to use those movies as any sort of an example.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with it. I'd like to see no recognizable faces, hardly any.
I mean, even partially recognizable,
Yeah.
like that guy.
Like burn half their face off.
No. You know what I mean.
Come here,
like,
Chloe Grace Moretz.
No, it's,
like a solid that guy.
It's that guy faces. The
character
when you
actors.
see
Character
them,
actors.
No, not necessarily. People
Like
who
Danny
you
Trejo
see,
10 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people who you
character
see
actors.
in like
Yeah.
10 different roles, but you never know their name because they walk up, they say their 3 lines, and you never see them again.
Exactly. But not the... Oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson, who's
No,
a Jedi.
it's like,
I'm
that
not...
guy,
can't get into that character.
Yeah, no, it's more that guy. He was
the
in
13th
Independence
floor, yeah.
Day, and
Yeah.
and
Well, with the guy that's playing Coulson now in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's that kind of actor. It's
Yeah.
just,
Totally.
You just see him everywhere, you know? But nobody knows his name.
yeah,
Clark Gregg.
Well, now they do because of Avengers. I didn't know it.
I was. I actually.
Speaking of Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that, anyone see the new episode?
No.
Yeah, was it called FZZT?
But at least they're actually getting into the backstory of some of these characters a little bit.
Yeah.
Because up until now, they've been pretty damn bland.
I
And
look forward to it.
why do we need Captain America in a world where apparently just an accelerated training program will turn you into Captain America?
Was there a fancy little ending at the 5 minutes? Is anybody...
No,
what
not
were
that
they
I noticed.
pushing with that? You know, it's like, oh, you won't want to miss the last
I think
5
Samuel L.
minutes.
Jackson walked up to one of them and said, "We're doing this," and they went, "Yes,
Yeah,
sir."
but then they continued to promote it that way, though. It was still in the promos, and then there was one where it was dudes playing cards or whatever.
I think
at
they
the
want to
end,
make
and-
it so it's like you cannot miss it, just in case.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little annoyed by that.
Honestly, I'm liking Arrow more.
Me too. I'm surprised because I was by the end of the season.
But you made it to the end of the first break, halfway through the first season. You were kind of
I
waffling
stuck
on me.
with it, but
Yeah.
it was an angrier vigilante movie.
He's now a kinder, gentler vigilante, which I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know if
but-
we're going to see boxing glove arrows anytime soon, but I want to see where they go with it. I think that there's more of a story now that they've added
Ra's al Ghul?
Well, Ra's al Ghul and Black Canary. Though they really messed around with Black Canary's backstory.
Well, they're gonna have to throw some
shoehorn her
Wildcat
in.
in there or something to explain where the parkour came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty happy with it. But it's another one of those that guy actor deals.
Yeah.
Of the guy that plays Deathblow,
Plays Deathblow?
or not Deathblow. Sorry,
It'll blow you to death.
Deathblow's from Variant.
You mean Deathstrike?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Jesus
Oh, okay.
Christ, Deathstroke. Yeah, was probably my favorite thing about Spartacus. He
I
played
can't
Crixus,
picture
the
it.
undefeated Gaul, in Spartacus, and he's just a terrifyingly intense dude.
Yeah, he's
He's
kind
like
of,
he's got a
You
very
don't know his name?
expressive face. I have no idea what he's that
Alex
guy.
has his phone out again.
He's going to be Crixus to me forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But, it's like poor the Black Ghostbuster. Doesn't matter what else he does. He's always going to be the Black Ghostbuster.
No, he's Warden Glenn.
no, he's
we
the
had
black. He's the Black Warden Ghostbuster.
Ernie Hudson, for the record. But
He's the mentally handicapped handyman from The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
That's true.
all fine points. He's still going to be the Black
Ghost.
Ghostbuster
No,
forever.
when I saw Ghostbusters, I was like, what the heck is he doing there? He's not... Although, no,
turned
he
into
did
MODOK?
protect the little girl. Yeah, he did protect the little girl in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Well, as Robert Downey Jr. pointed out in Tropic Thunder, that's a hard role to take.
It is.
You never go full retard.
Oh, man.
In comic news this week, Marvel has announced they're taking a gutsy new angle, and they're making the
Miss
new
Marvel.
Miss Marvel a 16-year-old Muslim girl.
Good for them.
Yeah, honestly.
I hope it gets more press
They
than it's getting
really
so far.
are DC 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
No, I'm down.
Yeah, well, anything...
Is this in the regular universe? In the regular
Yeah.
Marvel universe?
I think-
Because Carol Danvers is still Captain Marvel.
Oh, right, of course.
So
right,
this
right,
is
right.
the whole Miss thing they were publicized, or they teased about
Yeah.
6 months ago. I mean,
So how
I'm
Muslim
tired
is
of
she?
This shit. Stop publicizing it. Make it like Hulkling and Wiccan from Young Avengers. They're gay. Who the
So?
fuck cares? Move on. She's a 16-year-old Muslim girl. Awesome. Move on.
Well, that was more my feeling about it. It's like, okay, we're getting edgy because we're making a Muslim girl, a Muslim 16-year-old, our new major hero, and it seems to me that they're just trying to generate hype out of something that really
they
doesn't
obviously
matter.
are.
Well, it's
That
exactly
really
how I
obviously
felt
are.
when
Now-
they did Night Runner for Batman Incorporated.
I will
Don't
say...
know the story.
He's a French. He's basically Paris's Batman,
Right. Yeah.
and he's a Muslim
Oh, okay.
parkour expert because he's in France and he's badass.
I will say, like, on the less cynical side of things, I can see them publicizing it for the sole purpose of letting, young Muslim readers know, just in case they hadn't heard, like, hey, yeah, this is something that maybe you'll want to read just to see. Or,
Yeah.
Well,
or
didn't
just
they-
to show
Yeah.
just to show that they aren't.
Didn't they make like the only other person who successfully took the super soldier serum? Wasn't he Muslim?
No, he was black.
Black.
You're
Isaiah
thinking
Washington.
He
you're
could have
thinking of
been.
Ultimates.
Oh, okay. The kid
Which was a really interesting take on it, and I enjoyed that. This was Captain America is like, what? No quips. And he's like, Captain America's like, nope.
Funny. Here's why I hope that it gets way more press than it is getting. Is that we've got a lot of press when Superman died. We got a lot of press when Spider-Man went black, turned black.
And
he didn't come
Mexican.
back. Yeah. So yes, exactly. But this, I got no problem with this getting press because it's not. That's the press, like you said at the end there. It's not directed towards us. It's like there's no such thing as bad publicity, and if it does reach out to girls, helps them read, helps them get into anything. It needs to be. It can't just be on Ain't It Cool News because the right girl is not going to read it. It needs to be on.
It's
Canadian Living magazine and
it's
stuff
one
like
thing
that.
for us to sit
What a
here.
weird choice, but anyway.
No, yeah, it's true though, because
No,
it's
it's
one
a
thing
well
for
put.
us to sit here and criticize them for publicizing it. Like, I do admit, like, we're all white men, and
The
I
hell
don't-
you say?
Yeah,
and I
I'm
apologize.
a grown boy.
I'm more pink.
Regardless, we're all Caucasian males between the ages of
Careful now.
25 and 60.
just made the cut.
No, but like we're all like the dominant Western.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, although I don't have any money, so I don't know how that works. But anyway,
Well, it's
I can understand.
You're rich
them.
enough that you can
Yeah.
have money problems. That's
Yeah. I
basically
I mean, the
it.
whole
I get it.
Shatterstar being gay thing. Move on, whatever. I don't care. Right up until one of the writers went, I can't wait to change that back.
Yeah.
That's pretty shitty.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't because it's Liefeld, and at that point, nobody cared what he
Oh,
had to
was it
say.
Liefeld?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Well, that's not pretty shitty. That's just normal Liefeld.
Yeah.
The dude was money in the 90s. Because as I've grown
That's
up and my
not a
tastes have
defense.
No.
my tastes have matured, so I'm no longer a big fan of his. But there's still kids that are reading comic books that like him. So I mean, obviously, it's not.
Give me toddlers being ripped in half over shittily drawn feet any day.
Yeah. What reference would that be?
Crossed.
Cha-cha-cha.
Obligatory crossed reference.
Yeah, last week's was so subtle it got by me. You guys had to explain it to me afterwards. And I've read the book, but you guys snuck one in last week.
So Jon Favreau has
This is
has
great.
entered into talks about doing a live-action Disney Jungle Book movie. Now,
I'm down with that.
If there is one Disney movie that like right on the head for me, that's The Jungle Book. It is my favorite Disney movie. So I have to say I'm viewing this with more than a little trepidation because
Well, hopefully it'll be less racist than the original one.
no,
It's part of the story.
yeah, it'll be racist right the way.
No, I read the original
for-
story.
Oh,
yeah.
you didn't mean the movie. You meant the story.
No, I meant the story. I meant the movie.
Okay.
The movie was pretty damn racist.
You talking about the monkeys?
For example,
Yeah.
just go ahead as an adult.
Oh, I understand.
Watch it again.
Oh yeah, no, it's a product of its time for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You can't hold it against it
Yeah.
though because it's a product of its time.
Yeah.
But societally, shouldn't we have
certainly
matured
the
beyond
new
that?
one-
John Favreau's not going to make
No,
a
he's
racist
not.
movie.
He's not.
He made Elf,
And
So-
Disney's not going to allow a
Yeah,
racist
exactly,
movie
yeah.
right now.
Anymore.
Yeah,
anymore.
right now.
Product of its time.
No, fair enough. But
No.
Favreau, I have faith in. I think if anyone's going to do a good job with it, he's got a good shot at
He's
it.
shown that he can dip a lot of different genres and still make them work, and I appreciate that.
I absolutely agree.
from
I
his
think he's
stuff.
pretty. I think he's probably the right choice
gets
to do
it.
this.
Anybody remember who he was on Friends?
He was on Friends.
Yeah. Holy shit, man.
He was the millionaire, Monica's millionaire boyfriend who wanted to go into UFC. Like some of the really first early mentions of
wow, I've
UFC
seen that
in
one.
mainstream
Yeah.
pop culture was Jon Favreau getting his ass kicked on Friends because he had the money to do it. Anyway, for
was
some
also
reason,
that-
that picture of Favreau has always stuck in my head.
Nice. It's a movie that came out around that time when UFC was just about to hit, with Denzel Washington and I can't remember who else in it. It was like a weird science fiction movie.
Oh, I remember. Source Code.
No, I don't think so. Source Code was excellent. This was older than that and had Russell Crowe in one of his earliest American roles as a demented computer program.
That sounds really familiar.
Oh, this is going to bother me.
Are you still talking about Jon Favreau?
No,
we've-
Denzel Washington, late 90s probably.
Yeah.
Source Code, if I'm remembering the movie correctly, has a Haligonian in it. Joe Cobden.
Really?
In that movie. Yeah.
Neat.
I'm pretty sure that's the one. He plays like the mad scientist's assistant in the movie.
All right. Anyway, that movie's...
Death Wish, Wilma, Flesh and Blood, Carbon Copy, License to Kill, A Soldier's Story, Power, The George McKenna Story, Cry Freedom, For Queen and Country, St. Elsewhere, The Mighty Quinn, Glory, Heart Condition, Mo Better Blues, Mississippi, Masala, Ricochet, Malcolm
Glory
X,
was a great movie.
Much Ado About Nothing, The Pelican Brief, Philadelphia, Crimson Tide, Virtuosity.
Virtuosity!
There you go.
Yeah.
Well done, evil Derek.
Holy crap.
Best I can do.
Well, it's good, because I got to go out and get that movie. I forgot how much I enjoyed it.
That's funny. All right,
You
I
wanna-
trust Favreau on the Jungle Book.
I think of this movie every once in a while, and I just lost the name. It's a Ruger Hauer movie.
Hitcher.
No,
Flesh and Blood.
No, okay.
Dead
I'm
or
gonna
Alive.
I'm going to describe it. Now
Dead
I want
or
you guys
Alive.
Yeah,
to-
let's play it. Let's play it.
It's from the early '90s. Kim Cattrall is in it. She plays a
Oh.
prostitute, so she wasn't stretching. Or
Split
maybe
second.
Maybe she was.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it in one of the other shows, but I just every like
We're
2
going to need
weeks,
bigger guns!
I think of that movie so often. It's a terrible movie. It's a horrible.
Oh my god, Jeff.
So I shouldn't be watching it.
It's
No,
so
you should.
It's so
It's
bad,
that
it's
bad?
awesome.
It's in the future. London has
second.
flooded. Okay.
Which-
Oh, it's based
that-
in London. I'm down.
And
Yeah.
so basically a true
Yeah.
story at this point.
Yeah.
Ruger Hauer is like a cop whose partner was killed by this weird alien thing, and then he goes out on like for revenge on it. It's horrible. I saw it when I was like 6. No, I was 8 because we had just moved back to Halifax, and we had to sneak the VCR up from the car into the hotel room, break off the little back thing so you could plug a VCR
Yeah.
into it, and then we
Your
watched.
parents were badass.
And then we rented a movie, yet nobody tell the Delta Barrington, okay? And We rented Split Second and watched that horrible movie.
Funny?
Or I think my parents probably put it on so they could go talk in the other room.
Air quotes.
Reminds me of actually, I watched 2 weeks ago. I watched Four Rooms again, which was it's a classic.
I haven't seen it since theater.
Tim Roth.
Yeah.
He plays a bellboy, and he's the thing that ties together 4 separate stories. The last one being Quentin Tarantino's written story. But it's just this bellboy in a hotel it's his first and only night working at that, because at the end of it he goes, "I quit." Right? But
Spoiler alert.
This movie is like 17 years old. If you haven't seen it,
what are the rules on spoilers? That's kind of a
none.
Here,
don't be
none.
Here, none. But I'm like,
Don't be
if
a
the movies
douchebag.
come out like 10 years ago,
You can ask somebody, like, if you're suggesting a movie to them, like, have you seen Four Rooms? And this person says, no, I haven't. Like, why should I? And they're like, yes, you should see that film. Then if you then say, yeah, and at the end, Tim Roth says, I quit.
Oh no, that's halfway through when he quits. The end is the bit with.
I haven't seen it in years. I don't give a shit.
It's been a long time. Yeah,
it was.
Well,
it just makes me.
At
laugh
one point, I got
every
jacked up for referencing that the Titanic sunk.
I would
Not by
punch.
me.
you could slap somebody.
I would punch someone if they got mad at me for that.
It's like, okay, and in the new Jackie Chan movie,
You know-
he uses some martial arts.
That Titanic movie, though,
Asshole! Derek is right there. You're ruining it for him.
Did you know that Titanic movie is actually based on true events?
Really?
Like in the same sense
There was a
that
boat
The
that sank,
Conjuring
yeah.
is based on true events. There was at one point a boat in the ocean.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm just
And
saying.
it sank.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch! It all makes sense.
The Walking Dead has been picked up for a 5th season. This week,
And there's a spin-off coming out of it as well.
Is there?
Yeah, there's
the
another show.
Kneeling Dead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Living
they could
Dead.
probably go a long way with their Walking Dead model if they just get rid of that zombie crap that's getting in the way of all the relationship talks. It's like watching The Goddamn View, except one guy's got a crossbow.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? It's never about the zombies. Any good zombie story is not about the zombies.
Okay, chill out, dude. I'm on your side of
I
this.
will touch
wait.
you.
But
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Pontypool. Did you guys like it?
I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought it was great.
It was pretty damn intelligent. I enjoyed
Because
it.
it's a perfect example of it not
Yeah.
being about the zombies. You see hands and
Yeah.
that's about it.
It I don't know. Like I get it. It's called The Walking Dead. But it's like I get all these people who get so riled up about it, like, I watched this week's episode and they barely focused on any zombies at all.
How come there's no character development for the zombies?
Like,
We don't even know what
do
they
you want?
like.
Do you just want to see gore on your TV screen? Because I can point you to some movies that will do a lot better job.
I can give you
point
a
to
couple of
book.
comic books.
Yeah.
2-in-1 show.
Put her there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your Walking Dead spin-off, Crossed.
Oh my god.
Only on HBO.
That's it.
Coming to AMC this fall.
Yeah. I'm completely with you.
And instead of Talking Dead afterward, it's just I Bleach the series. They pictures of puppies and kittens and babies and
Dogs
Can I
wearing
has
hats.
cheeseburger?
dogs wearing funny hats. And then like halfway through, just to fuck with you, like somebody comes out and rips one of the pictures. Anyway, sorry, too much crossed.
Funny. But I agree. I was perfectly fine with that season that spent on the farm.
Yeah.
There's great actors. The writing is somewhat solid, and we didn't see a bunch of zombies.
Well, they keep
They
cutting
don't
its
do the same
budget,
thing anyway.
which is mystifying for a show
number
that's
one
being
show on
rated
cable.
that well. Yeah.
But they give it a spin-off, and then they give it a 5th season.
So what's
and
the spin-off going to be?
I don't think we really know much about it. It's going to be... What I read was kind of like that Walking Dead video game. It's another story taking place kind of at the same time. Yardy, yardy, yar. What? Something just blew a socket in. Poor Alex.
I don't know what tripped him.
Did you
but
guys
he-
watch this week's episode?
Haven't
No.
watched Walking Dead since the end of the first season.
All right, nobody cares.
No,
Cool.
go for it,
man.
of course, obviously.
So Rick kicked Carol
Yes.
out of the group. She joins the other show. I swear to God, I'm going to
That's
lose it.
exactly what's going to happen. That's too perfect. It's too perfect.
Yeah, and he specifically says, you'll find someone.
Yeah.
You'll find people, and you'll survive. It's like, now that I know they're making a spin-off,
You just figured
honestly,
it out. Oh. I feel like I ruin your life every...
yeah.
Well, hey,
just play it up.
It's not like it's World War Z, the TV series.
Oh, man.
That
Yeah.
could
The new
actually-
Walking Dead video game.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In theory,
It would
that'd
work
be
better
amazing.
I'm not
TV.
going to go into my explanation again of how what they should do. I
So
say it
we
to
understand,
everybody.
and
Yes.
you're not wrong.
The new Walking Dead video game comes out within the next month or two.
sounds
as well.
Which is
first
where
one.
I think
Oh,
the
you gotta
spin-off
play
is
it.
going to connect. I think they're going to see the video.
Well, the
game
first
as
video
being-
game didn't connect to anything.
Yeah,
you,
I know.
You see Glenn pops up at one point, but he's just kind of running through your world.
Well, it's more
and
based on the
then-
comic book realm, isn't it?
Very
Not even that. But the characters aren't from the comic book.
No,
Like
it's true.
they're Lee and Clementine. They're all made up for the game. So I mean, maybe this is what we like about comic books. Let another artist go and take care of your universe and let him try it for
Yeah.
a little bit. It worked beautifully with Telltale Games, and when Carol gets her new show, you'll enjoy that too.
Wow, that's a dirty look.
I don't know. Alex is
Do we
bloody
have to
minded
keep Bill
enough
on
to
the
hate
show?
it on principle.
I was all for Bill being here if we were going to talk about Spider-Man and shit, but now he's being a
Now
dick.
that he's tearing
Now that
apart zombies.
He's being mean. Stop it.
So finally, the final thing I have is that there was an announcement this week that Fables is going to end.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
150.
closing it up at issue 150. Honestly, I like nicely bookended series. And Fables has been amazing from book one.
Yep.
And when I think that they don't have anywhere else to go, they go somewhere else. So,
Like Flycatcher becoming the king.
yeah.
The best little turnaround.
Didn't see that one coming.
No.
No.
great.
I thought Flycatcher was going to be like this background
Fodder.
buffoon for
Yeah.
the whole... Actually, I thought Boy Blue was the...
Yeah, the fact that he went out of this series so early
Yeah.
was shocking to me as well. It's a great series.
It is.
I'm perfectly fine with it ending, though. I'm very
Well,
happy.
I'd rather
very
it
happy
ends-
with what we've had.
I'd rather it
Yeah.
end with a bang than a whimper.
And
You know,
Ferris is done as well.
Yeah,
They're
they're
going to
gonna
wrap that
finish.
up too. Which it's nice to have extra Fable stories out there, but
The
doesn't-
ending will be, and I'm calling this.
Okay.
The ending is going to be, it was all Bob Newhart's dream. Okay.
Susan
No?
Plachette.
I like it. Ending, closing the book at the end of it.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
not
down
joking.
with it. I love Bob Newhart.
I
I'll
want it
take
to be
it.
Bob Newhart's dream. It's, anyway, fine. Laugh at my ideas.
Why
Fuck
Bob
you.
Newhart?
That's
I will always love Bob Newhart. I want Bob Newhart to be in everything. I want him to be here. In fact, in my mind, he is here and he's saying things.
Him and MODOK.
No, well,
Nah.
MODOK is literally here.
Sorry, I missed him. I have.
How can you miss me?
My ass rockets out of
already
this
here.
eye, so
Oh.
or hear out of this ear, or smell out of this nostril. So,
So you can't
So
smell
I just
the
he's
ass
not, yeah,
fumes?
he's not.
Oh my god, somebody sent me this hilarious picture today. It's screen caps of people's like Facebook posts and Twitter posts where they misspell the word cologne as colon.
Damn you, autocorrect.
No, it's just stupid people.
Okay.
And
This colon smells wonderful.
no.
Yeah,
Like
you
right
can
now
see-
I smell like Usher's colon. Don't you hate that feeling where you're walking, or no, don't you hate it when you're walking down the hallway and it feels like you're sprayed by someone's colon? Or
Yes, I do.
I love it when I smell like my boyfriend's colon. I love these. They're perfect. I can't get my anyway.
All right. Well, I think it's we're coming down to the last 10, 15 minutes of the show. It's time to start scoring points for the sinning pool.
The sinning pool. I feel like it needs a theme. Like, so we should bring in a recorder or something and learn to play a couple of notes.
Can we play
the
flute version of the
20th
20th Century Fox theme?
I'll bring my ukulele and we'll figure something out.
Okay.
There you go.
Ting, 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 ting.
No, I want to play the flute version of the 20th Century Fox.
Well,
It's
do you
horrible.
play flute?
No.
Then you better start practicing.
You got 7 days to learn. Unofficial score chart, but PigMonkey, I think you blew us all away this week.
No, first, before we say anything,
Okay.
we all lost this week.
Because
Yes.
we don't have Rob Ford. I can't believe.
Or his brother.
Well, I really didn't think he was worth anything.
He was done.
I know. But who saw the Irish
What a
Sheik going up
goldmine.
and threatening to arm wrestle him?
Who saw him saying, well, I mean, I never said that I had never done it. I said that I don't do it, and you're just not asking the right questions. But I mean, I just got really shit-faced.
You know what I like when I'm drunk.
All right.
Drunken stupor. Yeah.
Just to, because we could go on like this for another hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my points, and you guys are welcome to disagree with me. Chris Brown, I'm gonna score 4 points for rehab and anger management.
For Chris Brown, repeat offender.
Seems high. Like, I'm certainly not arguing get points for it because it's
3
definitely
points,
notoriety. It's
Sold
anger
on-
management.
I'll take 3 points for that.
Judge?
Okay.
3 points.
3 points.
Get sued, man.
Okay, 3 points for Chris Brown. Nicki Minaj and her Halloween costume as going out with a pair of pasties. I just want two, because there were 2 pasties.
I argue for 1 because A, it's Nicki Minaj.
Should wear that on live television.
Wait, 1
And B,
2 comes after 1, right? B comes after 1.
No, I mean, it's not even a nipple slip, and she tweeted
posted it herself. Yeah.
well, that's still negative publicity. It's
No,
negative.
it was
no,
positive publicity.
Yeah. Oh,
my inkling is to not give you anything for that. But if you force
I
it,
want 1 at least.
One I can live with.
Yeah, okay. You're
And-
already cleaning up this week.
And Russ, I don't know.
Gentleman's game.
Russell Brand and Robert Webb got into a flame war.
Who's Robert Webb?
Robert Webb. He does a show. He's a
Yeah,
comedian
Mitchell
from
and
Britain.
Webb.
He did Peep Show.
Oh, he's David
also
Mitchell's partner.
David Mitchell,
yeah,
Robert
okay.
Webb.
I know who you're talking about.
They got into a war back and forth. Not a huge one, but basically talking about how Russell Brand wants like death camps, and Russell Brand went, "I don't want death camps," and they got into a bit of a back and forth on that. I'm only asking for 1 point for that. It's,
Good Twitter flame war. People
Yeah.
follow it. I can see it.
Sure.
Yeah, Rihanna was useless to me. Lamar was useless. David Beckham, I'm seriously reconsidering. Pamela Whalen, I'm ejected from Senate. I'm calling 6 points on that because I'm not really. That's about as bad as it gets for a senator. That's the
Well,
bottom.
there's always crack cocaine.
Well, okay. He's not not the mayor of Toronto, a senator.
I would argue 5 only because Mike Duffy is that much worse because he. Who had Mike Duffy?
I do.
Yeah.
So 5 for Whalen.
Yeah, I would
6
give
for
him
Duffy.
6 because, and we can talk about him because he really.
Yeah, because
Okay,
he opens his
we'll
mouth.
come back.
because he's-
Okay, if
yeah.
you're gonna,
he opens his mouth.
I will see because I think any point that Mike Duffy gets, Pamela Whalen. Well, I guess
no,
Pamela Whalen is good enough to know to shut her mouth.
Well,
when
yeah.
Apparently she's not, because she had a little cook-off there that was fairly good. But
Bashir al-Assad just did nice things all week. Kim Kardashian was... I don't know where Kim has been. Why aren't you out in front of a microphone, Kim? Yeah, Rihanna was no good to me. So that's my point. So that's 5 for me this week.
you did better than 5, didn't you?
I got 3 for... Oh, no, wait a second. I got Pamela Whalen, so 5... and
I had
10.
you. Yeah, I did.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 points.
Yeah.
That's definitely
I'm
the score to
off on-
beat.
I'm off on
So
10.
so before we continue, this is what I want to be the theme song.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Well-
heard that and not laughed my fucking face.
You are in charge of the music then, okay? All right. So, Gavin,
OJ's Cookies last week.
1 point.
1 point. And my boy the Beebs getting busted at coming out of a brothel.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be worth at least 4.
I'll give you 4. I'd give you 5 for that one.
I don't know. He was.
It's Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So brothels are legal.
It was?
It
He's
was. I'm
he's
pretty sure
legal.
it was
I thought it was.
It was in a place where brothels are legal. So it
And is
could
he
have
legal
been,
age now?
Switzerland,
Yeah, so
Germany.
it's not full on crime, but it's definitely scandal worthy. So I'm not pushing it up to the second level. I'm thinking 4 is
Okay.
pretty fair for that one. And everyone else was pretty well behaved,
Yeah.
which is a little frustrating for me. Kim Jong Un was sort of kept his yap shut, and his buddy Rodman there was shooting it off, saying horrible things, which was no help to me at all.
Well, did it give Kim Jong any bad press?
No.
I will say, there has been a little bit of press regarding Camp 14, I think it is. I don't know if I should be helping you here, but Camp 14 is like supposedly the worst of all of his death camps.
Right.
And there are an estimated 100,000.
What's the best of his death camps? Like
he just
hot lunch.
No, he just
This is a 5-star death
he just
camp.
created like a 5-star ski resort. So
But it's not a death camp. Anyway, it just struck me.
well, you
funny.
haven't been, have you?
Well, that's true. Good point. Good point.
I don't know. I'd say a couple. I mean, it's Kim
2
Jong.
points.
I'd say 2 points.
I'll give you
just
2
because
points
it's Kim Jong Un and like
yeah.
Yeah.
they were already established. It's
I
just
was
people are
really
talking
hoping
about
a good
it. So,
old, if people don't come to my birthday party, I'm going to flamethrower the next country rant out of them.
So I'd say 2 points for that.
All right.
yeah.
Fair
Justin
enough.
Bieber also was caught spray painting Free Breezy after Chris Brown got arrested.
Fuck
Graffiti.
Breezy.
Graffiti, that's criminal activity.
You can't score the same
Separate
guy.
incident, though.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
same
You get
person,
the
one
same
incident.
person one thing a week, so they
Damn
get
it.
their highest. Because otherwise I could go
Like seriously, that's the cause
Well,
that
well,
he's
Fred,
going to
well,
pick
Fred,
up.
You had Sarah Palin, Amanda Bynes,
Screw Snowden.
Nope,
Screw
nope.
Manning. Free Breezy.
Nope.
Ramsey, Megan Fox, and Lil Wayne.
Nothing.
How can Lil Wayne not deliver?
He doesn't have an album out.
Is he back in rehab?
No, he's at home with the family, waiting.
The hose.
Waiting for something to publicize before he goes nuts again. So, how many
All right.
points did you end up with there?
That's
All in all,
2 for
1,
Kim
2,
Jong,
and
4 for
4, so 7.
not bad.
Yeah, I was actually jumping up and down and cheering when I heard about the brothel thing, which is I'm a bad person.
Just for the record, Little Wayne dressed up as Fred Flintstone for his son's birthday party this week. So
Positive
That's
points.
awesome. We like
that's
that.
really nice.
We respect.
You lose one of your points because he's such a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Well, dude wore whiteface.
John Goodman had a restless sleep that night, and he doesn't know why. Like, something's wrong with the Flintstone Force.
The floors.
Your turn
man.
there, Bill.
Sure. I think I've only got 2, maybe
I think
3.
Mike Duffy is.
Well, Mike Duffy, are we?
We're
We're thinking 6 points because he did motor
I'll
mouth.
go with the majority.
Practically
on
a
Yeah.
conviction at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
and the fact that like he was supposed to go before the Senate to like say his piece, but then he forgot when he was supposed to do that.
yeah, that's a wonderful qualifier. 6 points,
Yeah.
all agreed.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so 6 points there. I've got cyclist rider Hejadal, who has spent the week explaining why years ago he learned how to take performance-enhancing drugs. So wasn't really caught with them.
I'll give you a point.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, I think that's about all it's worth
absolutely.
as well.
It was definitely
I'll
a
give
news
you a point
blip,
for
but I was listening to that interview going, that one's going to cost me.
Yeah, some picking cyclists, man. You know you're going to get drug points. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's just...
But you know, my Brendan Merriweather from the Redskins, he was quiet this week. Football news, just to take a side note, the best controversy going there is around a guy with a wicked name called Richie Incognito.
Jesus.
Isn't that what an idiot? But isn't that a great friggin' name, Richie Incognito?
Are you Richie? No, I'm Incognito.
No. How did you recognize me? So Merriweather, nothing. Kanye just today canceled a bunch of Canadian tour dates. He's having technical problems with his stage and his overwrought show. So there's 2 cities in Canada that won't get a Kanye concert.
2 cities?
Vancouver and Toronto, and he just rescheduled one. I can't remember what the other one was.
I'll give a point for that. It's not really...
It's not cooking off
If anything,
on
he's
stage.
doing a service to us.
By not performing. Yeah.
Staying out of,
of our country.
please.
And that's all I got, man. Putin was quiet.
I know, right?
Hernandez.
Who saw that coming?
He's just pooting about.
No Michelle Bachmann this week, so what's that, 8 points?
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Hall?
I've only got a couple. I don't know. You guys thought this wasn't anything. I thought it was like worthy of a point. Will Smith posted it on Facebook. It was his daughter's 13th birthday, so he said, "Oh, no more babies in the house anymore. I guess I'm gonna go home and get Jada pregnant." I don't know. I thought that was, but you guys disagreed with me, so that's fine. I thought a point, but it's
that's leaning pretty heavily to family values. If you said I'm going to go get some strippers pregnant, I'd be all over it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a
weird
divorce.
thing to say.
If it came up in other media, I would say it's okay, but it's a Twitter thing. Right?
It was Facebook post.
Facebook. That's
Like right over a
self-promotion.
picture of him hugging his daughter.
If
I
it
don't
came
know, it's weird.
over a picture of him like dropping his daughter's pants, yes, absolutely.
Well,
But
that would be
that
15
would,
points.
15
Easy.
points right there in the end of his career.
Fair
Start
enough.
of a new rap career.
Miley Cyrus, I guess in the new Will.i.am song, she sings about taking MDMA, like taking it at the club. That's I don't know. For me, that was worthy of a couple of points. I mean, she talked a lot about smoking pot, but
Salvia. It was salvia.
well, no, she did take
yeah, no.
salvia.
No, I'm
but
making
in
a
her
joke.
now she's talking a lot about.
I'm kind of feeling Pixar it didn't happen on that one. Because I can rap about taking crack or whatever, but
No, but the fact that she's, continuing, she's getting a little bit of flack. We talked about it. It's getting
I'll give a
flack.
point.
She's getting flack for talking about taking MDMA.
So this is something that showed up in other media.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Hollywood.
absolutely.
Then
.com.
absolutely.
I was saying
Absolutely.
two
I'll
points,
give-
but
It's drugs. I think it's 2 points as
Okay,
well.
I'll give 2
Yeah.
points on that.
trust me, this is like I don't have much. And then the last one, I was thinking 3 because it, in my opinion, was kind of a big deal. Raffi, who generally stays nonpartisan, and has gone on record as saying, sorry,
he's pro beluga.
he's gone on record as saying he won't
hugger.
support anybody. He publicly blasted Harper repeatedly on Twitter. So I was thinking like 2 or 3 points.
I can definitely get behind that.
Oh, I can get behind
give
3
2
points.
You have Harper and Harper getting yelled at by Raffi.
How much
Raffi.
coverage? How much coverage did it get?
I
If
found it
it
on a
was-
couple of websites.
I heard
Yeah.
about it on
One of them was
the
like-
radio.
Was it on
National
CBC?
Yeah, I heard it.
It
in
was
the
on
newscast.
CBC. Yeah.
I'll give 3 points for that. Then. Yeah.
The fact that it's Raffi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Had
Because
it,
he
had it
specifically
been,
said,
yeah.
like, I will not be.
Had it been the guy from like Da Vinci's
Chad Kruger.
Inquest, 2 points. But because it's
Yeah.
Raffi, 3 points. Chad Kruger, he doesn't even know who the Prime Minister is.
So I got 5 points this week.
So what do we stand at?
10-8-5-7.
One question.
Okay,
Rush Limbaugh is on my list.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Nice.
Now, he is literally every day spouting.
That's worth
Hey,
1
oh.
point.
Okay, 6
Actually, Rush Limbaugh was just blasted by a televangelist in the States for not being right-wing enough.
So I don't get a point?
No.
Positive.
No.
I just came across it and went like, well, Alex is getting 2 points for that.
For something like that, I figure, that's a point. Because you're going to have people who are going to be able to score you points every week. Just
if Rush Limbaugh is considered a moderate influence.
Well, no, it's like Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper is going to be good for a point just about every week because there's going to be...
Well, I'm really hoping that sometime in the next week something blows up with the Senate thing. Because right now there's nothing like the Rafi was bigger because Senate has been going on forever.
Yeah.
What
about Jenny McCarthy? Because she's getting blasted... or like Barbara Walters is still defending her for her being on The View. Does that register at all? No. Okay. Fair enough. So I'll get 6 points total.
Okay.
We're all right in the pocket there.
So we started our picks with Alex starting and going back and forth. So how about we just move to me for picking
waiver drops,
our drops and pickups, and then next week it'll be Gavin we'll start with, and the weekend.
I just found an article that says Rush Limbaugh slams Democrats for turning women into abortion machines.
When was this?
Posted 2 hours ago.
Oh my God! Yes,
you're up to 6 points.
Add a point.
No. How many points is that? That statement.
That's still but
talk,
then
though.
You can't.
Where was it reported?
He didn't
He's
perform
saying
an abortion.
dumbass shit. You can't get more than 1 point a week for his own stupid mouth, unless it's like really.
Abortion
Where was it reported?
machines.
Huffington Post. HuffPost.
No, that's
No,
one. That's Huffington
the-
Post is one of the ones we agreed on as
good.
As good, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's got to up it by at least one.
I agree.
Abortion machines.
Okay, Andrew.
Which incidentally is a great
It's like
metal
we're
band
taking
name.
away the point for the first thing
We
and
gave
adding
him
2 for the
2
next.
points. Yeah, you can't get 3 points for doing what he does every single week. He's going to do something like this next week, and you're going to score another 3 points? No.
That's why he was a canny pick.
Dude, you have 10 points.
Okay. All right. I'll give it.
So what am I at? I don't even
7 altogether.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
well,
take that.
I am going to drop Dr. Drew Pinsky and pick up Obama, because if this is how it's going to be, Obama's going to be good for 3 or 4 points a week.
Oh, you're getting upset with me now?
No, that's where I'm going
getting
with
competitive.
it. I'm getting competitive. No, I was editing last week and I was going, nobody took Obama. I meant to take Obama.
Nah.
So yes, that's my.
So who did you drop?
Drew Pinsky. Dr. Drew from Celebrity Rehab. He's
Right,
in
but
my
he comes out of which
wild
your
card.
wild card category? All right.
I want to drop Megan Fox, but I honestly can't think of someone to replace her with. It's bugging me.
I don't know. She might have. She
No,
might.
she's an actress.
She might have something stupid to say.
Yeah.
Who else do you have that is underperforming? Do you think?
Well,
Snooki. O.J. Simpson.
yeah.
The cookies are already out.
I get. I can't think of any athletes I want to use more. So.
Well, you can use Mr. Incognito.
Yeah,
You could
but
swap him out for.
He's at the end of his. He's been suspended. It's all pretty much figured out.
So
We already know.
I'm gonna just stand pat this week and ride it out a little longer.
Okay.
I need a different. I'm gonna drop Vanessa Hutchins because she's a goody two shoes. I found out this week. Yeah. I'm gonna put Jim Carrey in there. I figure if Jenny McCarthy's got, I'm gonna see if he says something dumb this week.
You're gonna try and double up on some marriage.
Yeah. Oh, they're not together anymore, are they? No.
No.
No,
But-
he's got
but-
separated. Yeah. Long time ago. Yeah, that's my change.
Good one.
I have a quick question. Can I move Obama out of wild cards and into, like if I drop somebody from politician, can I move Obama up into politician and pick another wild card?
Sure, it fills the spot, but you can't drop another person till next week.
No, but
Yeah.
next week,
Oh, yeah,
like
sure.
if I had a wild card, but I've got a politician in my wild
definitely.
cards. Okay.
I think I'm going to drop I'm going to drop Will Smith. No.
He came up a little too tame for you?
No, I'm going to drop Tiger Woods. Does anybody have Rodman?
Nope.
No,
Yeah, I'm going to take Dennis Rodman.
he's gonna be good for.
He's going to say something.
Yeah.
Well, that interview with him, I was just stunned.
And no one picked Rob Ford. Do you guys think he's done?
How could he possibly
Because
escalate?
I think Obama is going to be one of those things that are going to score me continual points, whereas Rob Ford's got maybe 1 or 2 more weeks.
Yeah, he's not allowed in front of a microphone for a while.
And then
either.
he ODs. Like,
No.
it's going to be...
Then he kills somebody.
Have you seen his eyes? Like his crazy eyes? Like,
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
this has been like this for a year. I really didn't think he had anything left. When I saw that thing, like, yeah, I smoked crack, I went, fuck!
I was drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk.
You guys know what I get like. I think he said that. You know?
Yeah, that was how he finished it
Yeah.
up. It's like, you guys have seen me in that state.
The annoying thing is he's an amazingly good economist.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually doing good things for Toronto when he's not
Fucked up?
Yeah,
No, maybe he is fucked up.
yeah, that's why it's working. Maybe. Yeah. Free crack for mayors across the country.
Gotta get it done. Let's go.
All right.
Somebody get this guy some methamphetamine.
Well, that's our time. I am PigMonkey.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Bill.
I'm Alex with apologies to Derek for my ridiculous, mic-ness tonight.
And that's Derek. And that is the show.